nakakabahala itong seemingly kultura sa PNP, no? Kapag inutusan ka, pumatay, katulad ng nangyari sa Chinese na mga drug lords, nakakulong na nga, pinatay pa rin. Doon sa EJK, nung panahon ni Duterte, ay talagang talagang nakakaawa, Mr. Chair.
In addition, Mr. Chair, to the manifestation of the Honorable Romulo, I respectfully move that we recommend Colonel Mendoza and Nelson Mariano for Witness Protection Program, Mr. Chair, so they can help us solve and prosecute and conclude this issue surrounding us, because it now appears that the program against dangerous drugs was used not only to go against the real perpetrators, but even against competitors, as shown in the previous hearings, and even for purposes of political vendetta. And this time, I do not understand why even the official in the PCSO has to be placed in the narco list, only to be killed later on, and only to find out that there is no truth behind his inclusion in the narco list, Mr. Chair.
GM, meron po ba kayong kasi hindi ko natanong to kanina, I missed it no? Doon po sa PSS SLI, sa Public Safety Savings and Loan Association, meron po ba kayong 23 million na cash deposit doon noong 2020 and 2021?
Yes, Mr. Chair. May deposit po ako.
23 million na nakadeposit sa'yo doon?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Or more than that?
No, Mr. Chair, kasi meron na akong dati.
So, saan ang galing yung pera?
Na dinedeposit ko na nakadeduct po.
Saan
sa
galing
akin.
po yung perang 23 million?
May binenta po ako na galing po sa mother ko when she died, Mr. Chair.
Ano pong property yon, Madam GM?
Yung pong 5 sets na jewelry niya po na napundar niya for 15 years.
Okay, kasama po ba sa SALN to, itong pinasok nyo rito?
No, Mr. Chair, kasi po gratuitous, it was only turned over to me nung later part na lang po.
Nakakagulat naman po, no? 2020 saka 2021 yung pinasok ng 23 million. At, 3 million ka po? Si Chairman Acop, 3 million lang daw yung kanyang Public Safety Savings and Loan Association. Kayo po, Colonel, 23 million. Hindi po kayo nagugulat sa pinasok niyong pera? Sige, Chairman.
Is that your capital contribution for Peace Life?
Mr. Chair, it was kasi later lang.
Hindi
Yes po,
sagutin
yes.
mo ako.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
May limit yung, wala bang limit yung capital contribution for Peace Life, just like AFS Life?
Can I explain, Mr. Chair?
Tinatanong nga kita eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair. During that time, parang inopen kasi. So, sabi ko, okay, ilipat ko na lang yung pera. Better, kasi tumutubo po.
Hindi ba, I do not know the members of Peace Life here. Ang pagbibigay ng capital contribution is for a member, 75,000 every 3 months. Pag hindi member, yung kamag-anak mo is mas maliit kaysa 75. Nagtataka ako, bakit ikaw umabot ng 23 million? Isang
Hindi po.
bigay yun?
Hindi po isang bigay, Mr. Chair.
And how many tranches did you contribute that to your capital contribution sa Peace Life?
I did it twice and
Twice?
paglipat din
That's,
ng other.
Mr. Chair, that's unbelievable.
Kaya nga, medyo nagtataka lang ako. Dalawang bigay yung 23 million doon sa PSS LAI noong 2020 saka 2021. So, hindi ba to 23 million ng 2020 saka 23 million ng 2021? Are you sure?
Yes, hindi po ganun.
So, total na to nung 2020 at ang 2021.
Accumulate, yes po, total na po lahat.
Total tong 23 million. So we will be asking General Managuelod as well, the President of the PSS LAI, no, para makita po natin yung amount kung nagsasabi po kayo ng totoo. You remember nung August 18, 2024, when we started the investigation of the Davao Colony incident, wherein Superintendent Padilla was here, and nag-start na po yung mention about you and Commissioner Leonardo. Do you remember, meron ka ba bangko sa PS Bank sa Mandaluyong? Yes or no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Did you withdraw 15 million during that time?
No, it's not 15 million, Mr. Chair.
Magna withdraw mo?
I
20?
No, Mr. Chair, 10, Mr. Chair.
10 million
Yes.
ang withdraw mo. Okay. Where did you get that amount of 10 million?
Savings ko po yun.
Savings din also.
Yes po.
Ang dami mo naman savings sa GM Garma. Meron ka ng savings sa PPSLI, may mga properties ka pa. At you remember your houses sa Cebu? You have 3 houses sa Cebu.
No, Mr. Chair.
Wala kang bahay doon? Wala kang bahay sa Central Visayas, sa Cebu City, sa Sitio Tupas? We will find out. Sa Cantipla 1, Tabunan, Cebu City. Cantipla.
Was that the, Mr. Chair?
Your house. Ilang beses ka nakita dito?
Nagpunta po ako, Mr. Chair. Pero
Correct. Cebu City, sa may Transestal Highway. Cebu City.
Wala din po, Mr. Chair.
So, yung sa Tabunan ay sa iyo na bahay.
Can I make an explanation, Mr.
Hindi,
Chair?
sabihin mo lang muna sa akin.
Opo.
Yes, bahay mo yun. Yan, no. How much did you buy for this property?
I did not buy it, Mr. Chair.
Kaninong bahay ito?
Actually, there was an old house. And during that time, when I was the city director, Mr. Chair,
Paano naging sa iyo kung hindi mo binili?
I will explain.
Sige, go ahead.
If you will allow me, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I will just get my notes. Okay. During that time, Mr. Chair, nag-establish kami ng detachment kasi daanan po kasi yan ng mga mag-exit from Cebu City, ginagawang exit po yan going to the province. Yun po yung kasagsagan po na maraming mga incidents po ng mga patayan or something. So I want to secure the boundary para hindi makalabas. Madali pong i-confine yung lugar kung sakali. So nag-establish kami na detachment po doon. And nakita ko po, may area doon na inalaw naman kami to establish, and there's an old house.
Okay. So, kinuha mo yung property yun?
Can I explain further, Mr. Yes.
What you're trying to tell us that naglagay kayo ng detachment, just like in Hilltop, na naglagay ka rin ng detachment, na ginastos mo ng almost 1 million, pero yung bahay mo nandun sa may taas. Is that correct, di ba? Ganun ang sitwasyon mo eh. Yung detachment nasa ibaba para mabantayan yung bahay sa itaas. Yun yung sa Hilltop. Yung dito sa Cebu,
Hilltop.
meron din kayong detachment and then meron din property.
I'm referring to only one area, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
It's not a...
So, isang
only
detachment lang to na pinag-uusapan natin.
Yes, Mr. Chair. And during that time po, marami po mga officers na nagpatayo din ng property nila, allowed to mention. Gumaya lang po ako, Mr. Chair.
O sige,
Ang
sino
usapan lang naman dun is, bawal magputo ng puno, magtanim ka na magtanim, alagaan mo yung lugar.
So, sino yung mga sinasabi mo mga officers na
there's
meron
a
din?
4-story house dun owned by General Medina. May bungalow po dun sina Sir Sinas, kina General Delvo, General Lee po, may container van, sina Sir Minong, Pem Solante, may house po and cockpit arena po doon. Meron din pong foundation lang po na hindi natapos, owned by 2 generals and other police officers po.
Can you submit that copy of those personalities that you have mentioned?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
I want to see those personalities that you have mentioned to us. Okay. Si Chuck Barondog, meron ding bahay doon? Chuck. Colonel, meron ka rin bahay doon sa Hilltop?
Thank you, ma'am. Sir,
Meron ka rin bahay? Yes or no?
no, sir.
Wala kang bahay doon? Kayo ni Ibon?
No, sir.
Sa Hilltop?
In Cantinflas, sir, no, sir.
Speak louder.
Sir, no, negative, sir.
Wala kayong bahay doon, ha?
Wala, sir.
Grialdo, Hector. Asa si Hector Grialdo? Okay. For the meantime, did you issue GM kay sa Mandaue City ng STL operation kay Piona Trading and Supply Corporation owned by Ibon Barondog, Mandaue City? Inissue mo ba siya ng authority to operate? Yes or no?
Fiona po ang nanalo po sa
Yes.
bidding. Yes, Mr.
Oo,
Chair.
kay Ibon.
Nasa
kasi-
record naman po.
Oo, nasa record talaga na issue mo na asawa ni Kenrel Barondog, si Ibon Barondog, na siyang first nominee ng STL party list. At siya rin ang presidente ng STL Foundation na binigyan mo ng 2 milyon out of the PCSO fund para sa Mandaue City. Di ba?
On the record, Mr. Chair.
Okay, on the record. May I reiterate my request, Mr. Chairman, lastly, para po ipatawag si Igel Awakay, appointed as a permanent position na Technical B Assistant, appointed by Jen Garma, doon po sa PCSO. Kasi siya po nag-aayos ng mga feasibility study ng STL na pinapasok ng grupo nila GM Garma. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, and I still believe that the operation of STL in the whole country is still being controlled by GM Garma with these people per people na appointed in the PCSO. For the meantime, Mr. Chairman, yun po muna, and I yield back my time.
Sige, salamat Congressman Fernandez.
Mr. Chair, can I make...
Sige, is
make
that
a state-
related sa
Yes,
sinabi
Mr.
ni
Chair.
Congressman? Yes, sige.
Yes, Mr. Chair. There is a process po sa pag-ano po ng STL. From the start parang po na processing, paghulog and everything, naka-video po lahat yan. Pag binuksan po din namin yung Dropbox, naka-video din po yan at may 3 susi na may hawak po Office of the Chair, the core group, na umuupo po sa core group, which is the...
STL Core Group.
STL Core Group, which is the manager ng gaming po. And 3 susi po yan, Mr. Chair. Pag binubuksan din po yan at ini-evaluate, meron pong representative lahat ng Board of Directors. At ang ginagawa po yan, ini-scrutinize isa po yan. At po yan, at ang nag-preside po sa processing na yan po ay ang Assistant General Manager for Gaming. Hindi po ako umuupo dyan. I only come in kung nahihirapan sila, like may conflict, and I will just give guidance and I leave them immediately. Pagkatapos po ng evaluation, Mr. Chair, ay ini-endorse namin sa board yan kung sino yung mga pumasa at hindi pumasa. Usually yung pumasa lang. Nagkakaroon po ng resolution
Mr.
ang
Chairman,
core group.
point of order.
I'm just explaining,
Yeah,
Mr.
point
Chair.
of
And
What
then,
is, what is the point of order?
Are we discussing the guidelines in how to approve an STL franchise, or are we discussing EJK Pogo? I'm sorry, I'm a little
Thank
bit
you
lost,
for
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for calling the attention of the chair, DS JJ Suarez.
Mr. Chair,
Yeah,
konti
Mr.
na lang
Chairman,
po.
if I may, ako
Sasabihin ko lang po na pinagbobotohan po namin yan kung sino
sige.
po yung mananalo. Wala po akong hold or say po dyan. I have only 1 vote, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Sige,
for the
thank you,
information
thank you.
of everybody, for the information of GM Garma, yung asawa po ng first cousin mo na si Miss Emmy Ubales, na asawa ni anong harango niya? Corporal, na first cousin mo, si Corporal Jun Ubales, is the secretariat head ng STL Core Group. during your time.
Mr. Chair, can I...
Wait. At si Igel Awakay, na job order lamang, no? And walang capacity to be appointed as technical assistant B, nilagay mo rin tao mo.
can
And that's the
I,
reason why you control the STL core group. Who decide who's going to win? Because, Mr. Chairman, nagsasubmit sila ng mga feasibility study. And all this feasibility study that was submitted to the STL core group, sila po ang mumahawak. First cousin niya, asawa ng first cousin niya, si Miss Emmy Ubales. PCSO. PCSO. I'll be asking first the
Yes.
PCSO before we recognize you. PCSO, can you kindly confirm yung position ni Emmy Ubales sa PCSO during the time of GM Garma? Can you kindly give
Mr.
us
Chair.
the position?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman Akop.
may I know who is supposed to be the spokesperson or the head of the contingent from PCSO to answer the questions? Kasi papalit-palit. Merong isang sumasagot doon, may sumasagot doon.
Who's the highest official of PCSO na present today?
I think AGM, si Assistant General Manager Gabuya. Andyan
Okay.
siya?
Ma'am,
Gabuyo.
She's on leave po.
She's on leave.
Yes po. Right now, andito po ang AGM Arnel Casas, AGM of Gaming, GPDMS.
sige, can we ask AGM, where are you, AGM? Can you please take
Yeah. And Mr. Chairman, this is very crucial for us to find out if still, no? Kasi, GM Garma, no? Your 23 million from PSS Lai, your 10 million from PS Bank, your different properties that was established in this Quadcom, and the dollars that are being exchanged for the Philippine money for dollars with Bilela. This confirms, where did you get all of this money? May tatanong pa nga ako sa iyo kung meron kang share sa Wakwak 80 million per share, meron ka ba? AGM, can you kindly confirm to us yung position ni
But before that, did you take your oath already, AGM?
Not yet, Your Honor.
O di ba we ask you, everybody kanina, those who attended the committee hearing for the first time, take oath. So, Comsec, please administer the oath. Meron pa ba dyan? Meron pa ba dyan wala, hindi pa nag-oath? May I ask you to please take your oath? Or it's the last na lang siguro sa AGM. Please,
Yes,
Comsec.
Mr. Chair. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this public inquiry, so help you God? Thank you.
So what we wanted to find out, AGM, yung role na ginampanan ni Emmy Ubales na asawa ng first cousin ni GM Garma during the time of her incumbency.
Mr. Chair, si Emmy po, if I recall, executive assistant po siya sa GM's office.
But she's functioning as a head secretariat ng STL core group. Am I correct?
She was assigned.
Yes, she was assigned. All right. So that's confirmed our manifestation kanina that she was put on the STL core group to control the assessment and the processing of all the documents with Agel Awakay, which become permanent in the PCSO. With that, Mr. Chairman, siguro we'll be asking AGM. AGM, please. Kasi we heard that still all the operation in the PCSO, the winning STL operators are still controlled by GM Garma. That's an allegation. But what we wanted to find out is how these winning operators won, no? During our time. Gusto namin malaman kung lahat, although we have already know the procedure, but what we wanted to find out at all those documents that were submitted sa inyo. Can you submit it to us, AGM?
We will submit, Mr. Chair. if you-
And bring also Mr. Agel Awakay
In the next hearing.
in the next hearing. Thank you so much.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
Ay, and by the way, ako na. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The last to interpolate on the issue of Pogo is Congressman Romy Acop, and then we will, EJK, and then we will transition to the deliberation of the issue of Pogo.
Mr. Chair, I am also listed to interpolate.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Congressman Castro. You may now have the floor. I'm sorry, Congressman Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kanina, Mr. Chair, nung nagkukwento, no, si Lieutenant Colonel Mendoza, para tayong nanonood ng telenovela. Parang napanood ko yung mga nangyayari, no, sa kapulisan, no? Parang eto, siyempre si Barayuga, isa din itong pulis, no, na-assign doon sa PCSO. Tapos makikita natin, kung totoo yung sa affidavit ni Mendoza, parang sila, no, yung main character dito. Well, nakita natin din dito, no, Mr. Chair, at nakakalungkot. Parang, at tanong ko na nga si Colonel Mendoza. So, Colonel Mendoza, naisip mo ba yung utos? Yung utos ng, si Leonardo o kay Garma, naisip niyo po ba na hindi maganda o hindi tama yung gagawin?
May hesitation po ako, Your Honor. Nung time
Yes.
na yun.
Okay, may hesitation ka, pero bakit itinuloy mo pa? Para bang ganun ba yung kultura sa police na kapag lower class, di ba, pag inutusan ng upper class, kailangan sumunod kahit na tingin nyo masama? Ito, pagpatay ito di ba? So, masama ito, yung pagpatay. So, bakit po itinuloy nyo pa?
Kasi po, nilagyan nila ng derogatory record na involved sa illegal drugs. Yung si Sir Wesley.
Well, yun nga katulad ng sinabi ni Attorney Conti kanina no? Involved sa illegal drugs, kaya pwede nang patayin yan. O yung mga aktivista involved sa ganito, or inano kang terror, pwede nang patayin. So, ang ibig bang sabihin, parang automatic sa mga police, Mr. Chair, na kapag involved sa illegal drugs, ay kailangan patayin or dapat patayin?
Your Honor, napilitan po talaga ako doon na sumunod na lang.
O dahil sa pera?
Hindi po.
Okay. Pero nakokonsensya ka, kaya testify dito.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Chair, parang, well, as a teacher, no, lesson lang din ito, no, sa ating mga kapulisan. So, pag alam nating ito po ay masamang utos or pagpatay, paggawa ng krimen, kahit pa po yan nanggagaling utos ng nasa taas, ay hindi dapat na ginagawa. Tama ba, Colonel Mendoza?
Yes, Your Honor.
Lalo na yung pagpatay. And even involved yan sa illegal drugs. So, hindi ba dapat imbestigahan kung totoo ba? Kasi nakalagay dito, dun sa investigation po, Mr. Chair, ni Police Colonel Hansel Marantan. Kailangan pang imbestigahan. In-depth investigation on alleged involvement of Attorney Wesley Barayuga in rampant selling of illegal drugs. So, kailangan pa yung imbestigahan nandito sa inyong recommendations Di ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Talaga nakakasikip lang ng dibdib yung mga nangyayaring ganito. Kasi, hindi lang yan tungkol sa ganyan. Pwede rin po yung mangyayari. Alam nyo po, mag-e-eleksyon, nangyayari yung ganyan na pwedeng may mag-utos, pumatay, yung ganito. Sana wala na pong mangyaring Ganon, Mr. Chair. Kaya nakakabahala itong seemingly kultura sa PNP, no? Kapag inutusan ka, pumatay, katulad ng nangyari sa Chinese na mga drug lords, nakakulong na nga, pinatay pa rin, di ba? Yung mga involved doon sa EJK nung panahon ni Duterte ay talagang talagang nakakaawa, Mr. Chair. Ano nga ba yung dahilan? Bakit pinatay? Okay? Anomalya ba? Sabi ni kanina, Colonel David Poclay nasa drug list. Sinabi rin ni Mendoza involved sa drug list. Pero meron dito kasi sinasabing ganun dito na fact-finding approaches surrounding the alleged anomalies in PCO which resulted in the filing of cases by the NBI against PCSO officials to the Office of the Ombudsman, in which Attorney Barayuga was a witness. Siya daw ay witness ng PI sa investigation in the case filed before the Office of the Ombudsman against former and current PCSO officials in connection with the alleged corruption in the remittances of STL. At nakita rin po natin sa pagre-research po natin, Mr. Chair, Barayuga helped PCSO streamline operations of another PCSO regulated game, the Small Town Lottery, by introducing an audit system that led to the discovery of millions of pesos in loss of revenues. So, kailangan natin maimbestigahan ito, Mr. Chair, no? Kasi ito yung nakikita na findings, no? Tanong po natin sa PCSO, sino po ba yung pinakamataas dyan? Si Mr. Arnel Casas po. Meron po bang case ngayon sa Ombudsman involving officials of PCSO? To your knowledge?
Mr. Chair, allow me to consult with our legal department on the matter.
Yes, Sir Arnel. I'm sorry. Meron po ba kayong alam na
Allow me to consult po with our legal officer. Wala.
Mr. Chair?
Mr. 1 minute lang po, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute suspension, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Session suspended.
Raj.
Hearing is resumed. Sige, please reply to the
Thank you, Mr.
question
Chair.
of Congresswoman Castro.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, as per my consultation with our legal department, we did not receive any official communications as regards any case filed Ombudsman. Mr. Chair.
Okay, so Mr. Chair, nandito kasi sa ano no, nandito kasi sa findings. So tingnan natin kung na-file po. But anyway, Mr. Chair, siguro sa kay Police Colonel David Poclay, nakalagay po kasi sa recommendation ninyo, magkakaroon pa kayo ng ng investigation. Mr. Chair, kasi itong kanilang findings or itong kanilang, ano bang tawag dito, yung kanilang mga recommendations ay investigation report, RE-SITG, Barayuga shooting incident, September 28 pa po, 2022. So, meron na bang development itong investigation, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, sir,
After September 28, 2022.
there were no more developments after this report was written, but it was not terminated, and therefore the CIDG is not precluded in reopening or continuing with the investigation with this development.
Okay, so with the latest development now, are you thinking of investigating further sa nangyari ngayon dito sa
Yes, Madam Mr. Chair, we have sent a memorandum to NCRFU to continue with the investigation.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. One lang po, Mr. Chair. Hinahanap ko si former Police Chief Albayalde, pero umalis na pala. Kasi yung question ko ay sa kanya rin. But anyway, may I ask Attorney Conti, the accredited lawyer of the ICC. Attorney, Mr. Chair, kay Attorney Conti, sino po ba yung di ba merong list ang Office of Prosecutor ng ICC na iimbestigahan din? Sino ba yung mga nasa list aside former President Duterte?
Well, first, Your Honor, actually we have another counsel, a counsel accredited with the ICC, Attorney Joel Butuyan of the Center Law is also present. But as to the question, Your Honor, most recently, the Office of the Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court identified 5 possible suspects in the investigation in the crimes against humanity in the Philippines. Foremost is former PNP Chief Bato de la Rosa, former PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde, Eliazar Mata, and 2 other names which escape me, Your Honor. Romeo Karamat, yes, Your Honor. And
Romeo Karamat. Is that all?
There's a 5th one, Your Honor. Let me just check again.
Si Attorney Joel, meron po ba kayong alam? So, aside from former President Duterte, Albayalde, Karamat, De La Rosa, Patang,
Your Honor, I confirm the names that were mentioned by Attorney Conti, Your Honor, but there are actually no official confirmation from the ICC yet on the full list of the names that are under investigation in the ICC, Your Honor.
So, in your knowledge, Mr. Chair, in your knowledge, anyone can answer. So, in your knowledge, pag ganitong nasa Office of the Prosecutor and they are on the list of suspects, ano ba sila? Sinosomon ba sila? Or binibigyan sila ng ng sulat para mag-testify? Or sumagot doon sa
At this point, hindi pa po, Your Honor.
Attorney Conti?
Sorry, Your Honor. The last name is Colonel Edilberto Leonardo. Sorry. So 2 of them are named as suspects in the document. Well, as of now, it's unverified. But I believe that the document, there is high probability that it is correct and true, Your Honor. But as regards the question, in fact, the ICC is looking at a variety of actors even regional, provincial, and city-level directors in charge of coordinating operations on the ground. The working theory of the ICC, as we know it, Your Honor, is that these killings were under the instruction of a group, in particular the Davao Boys, or Davao Group, and under the instruction or direction of President Rodrigo Duterte. And as it appears now, there are also private individuals involved. So may police po, tapos meron din pong private officials na involved, na parang ang lumalabas isa po palang criminal gang. Kaya importante po yung punto tungkol sa reward system, kasi yung po yata ang magdidikit-dikit sa kung paano nga ba napopondohan yung patayan.
Okay. So, thank you, Attorney. Dito po sa, hindi niyo po alam kung sila po ay officially nag-respond, nag-cooperate sa ICC, investigators. So, wala po kayong alam doon.
Wala pa, Your Honor.
Okay.
And that is confidential, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Kay Attorney Joel Butuyan, kasi di ba kayo po yung nag-imbestiga or kayo po yung tumulong kay isang witness natin, Mr. Chair, yung pong naalala natin, yung sa Payatas, may 5 yata na EJK, may isang nabuhay. Okay, so salamat, nabuhay. Si Murillo. Mr. Chair, kumusta na po si Murillo?
Your Honor, he was actually invited to be a resource person in this investigation. Yeah. But he really has fear for his life, Your Honor. He was the subject of an assassination by the police, but he survived. His is an extraordinary story because he survived. And he identified the policemen who who killed 4 of his friends and who fired at him, Your Honor. A direct assault case was filed against him in the trial court of Quezon City. We got him acquitted after 7 years of hearings. But in the multiple murder cases and frustrated murder case that we filed in the Office of the Ombudsman, it slept the sleep of the dead for 6 to 7 years. And then after we got Murillo acquitted, the Office of the Ombudsman dismissed the cases that we filed against the policemen, Your Honor. So in July this year, we appealed to the Court of Appeals on the administrative case and then to the Supreme Court on the dismissal of the criminal cases, Your Honor.
Yeah, ito yung grupo ni Colonel Patay.
Yes, Your Honor. The
sa Payatas,
Police
sa
Station 6, headed by Colonel Lito Patay, Your Honor.
Okay. So, meron pa po ba kayong ina-assist na related to EJK under the Duterte administration?
We represent a total of 40 incidents, Your Honor. 35 in San Andres Bukid, Manila, 35 deaths. We filed a petition for a writ of amparo. This was consolidated with the case of Attorney Chel Jokno. And it was because of that case that the Supreme Court ordered the police to divulge all the documents related to the killings from 2016 to 2017. Unfortunately, until now, there's no ruling yet from the Supreme Court, Your Honor.
Okay.
On the writ of amparo
still
case.
Pending?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Chair, pwede natin tulungan po yung si Murillo na maka-attend sa atin at mas-secure yung kanyang yung protection niya and security. Baka pwede pong may magawa ang chairman, ang chair, ang committee, ang Quadcom para po dun sa security and protection ni Murillo po.
Sige, we will just confer with the lawyer of Mr. Murillo. And before we decide on that, Your Honor. So thank you, Congresswoman Castro. And last, to interpolate, but before that, Congressman Acop, just a short manifestation from Congressman Romulo. Congressman Romulo, you're recognized.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I understand, I was not here early on, that Deputy Speaker, one of our Deputy Speakers will be recommending that eventually in the report that you will file a murder charge be filed against certain individuals based on the two affidavits. My only question to the chairpersons is, right now, that report is still going to happen sometime in the future. I don't want anything to happen, but what if something happens to the two witnesses today who gave us a very riveting salaysay? Should we not have a deposition or the DOJ depose these two so that yung salaysay po nila can be used even in the future? Kasi sayang po eh. In a few minutes, we probably will suspend this EJK. If we suspend this now, sayang po yung salaysay ng dalawang witnesses dito eh.
Yes,
Baka naman pwede ay mag-recommend tayo sa DOJ for a deposition to be taken so that this can be used for the future. Kasi kanina rin po, no, si Police Colonel Poclay, sa investigation nga po nila, hindi nga kasama to eh. Parang secondary lang to eh. Ito po, there are two persons here against their self-interest have already given an affidavit. Sayang po if we do not get this, depose this para talagang magamit po ito in the future. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Prior to the appearance of our witnesses, we have already conferred with the DOJ as to their deposition. So everything is being observed by the DOJ, and everything will happen after this hearing today, Your Honor. Maraming
Thank you, Mr.
salamat.
Chair.
So the last a short manifestation,
Very quick, Mr.
very
Chair.
quick manifestation from Congresswoman Luistro before the last interpellator.
In addition, Mr. Chair, to the manifestation of the Honorable Romulo, I respectfully move that we recommend Colonel Mendoza and Nelson Mariano for Witness Protection Program, Mr. Chair, so they can help us solve and prosecute and conclude this issue surrounding us, because it now appears that the program against dangerous drugs was used not only to go against the real perpetrators, but even against competitors, as shown in the previous hearings, and even for purposes of political vendetta. And this time, I do not understand why even the official in the PCSO has to be placed in the narco list, only to be killed later on, and only to find out that there is no truth behind his inclusion in the narco list, Mr. Chair. We are confronted by a very comprehensive issue about the Philippine National Police, its power being used for the perpetration of various illegal activities, Mr. Chair. So I respectfully move, as I have moved already, Mr. Chair, we place these two vital witnesses under the Witness Protection Program, Mr. Chair.
Thank
So
you.
moved.
Thank you, Congresswoman Luistro. For the information of our honorable members, the DOJ is in close coordination with the Quadcom. And all these things that the honorable members are requesting are actually being noted down by the DOJ in order for them to take action immediately after the hearing today.
Para sa iba pang karagdagang mga balita at impormasyon, ay huwag po nating kalimutang mag-like, share at comment sa video na ito, at huwag po rin nating kalimutang mag-subscribe to continue supporting us. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood, at naway tangkilikin po ninyo ang aming YouTube channel.